Whoa, and we're totally back live. It's been a hot second. It's good to see everyone in the chat. Good to see Aiden. Oh, we got the little emojis going. Whoa. Awesome to see some folks from around the globe. Fantastic. It's been back. It's been a second. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm pretty sure one time I recorded a video and then the audio didn't work at all. And I was like, what's going on? Which is good. So hopefully the background music is chill. It's good. Adjusted the audio levels. I've mostly just been really, just been doing videos and things like that. So I'm installing some extensions now, so we're gonna see what happens here. I hope everyone's doing good. It's been a while since I live streamed. I've been kind of, doing the videos more. Live stream's a big commitment. I've been kind of figuring out what do I want to live stream, right? We did some AMAs. We did some other things like that. So, see what y'all want. Let me know in the comments on any of the videos, or ping me on Twitter or Threads or any of those places, things like that. But life's been good. Hair's been getting longer. The studio, still the same in the studio, which has been good. It's good to see Sean, Gabriel, Ivan, Wayne, Tyler, a whole bunch of people. Ben in the chat, good to see you as well. I love the little new emojis. It reminds me of Teams when you have little emojis going on, which is great. So life is good. Diaz, it is good. From Paraguay, Ivan, awesome to see you. From Turkey, amazing. Whoa. Miguel from Orlando, pretty cool. I'm about to head up to Seattle for VS Live Redmond on campus, which is cool. So if anyone's around, I got a workshop with Becky from the .NET MAUI team, and then we got a cool session all about Maui stuff that's happening, which is cool. Well, we got Poland in the house, UK. I love the emojis coming in. Good to see everybody. Very, very cool. Greetings from Ukraine. Hope all is well over there. Stay safe. Well, we got Ohio in the house, my hometown. Not Cincinnati, but Cleveland. But, from there. South Carolina in the house. Good to see everybody. Cool. Awesome. Oh, Canada as well. Amazing. Very cool. Well, it's good to see everybody hanging out. We had some good questions come in the chat. And feel free to ask questions along the way. I love my live streams to be interactive and do a bunch of stuff. It's here. I only do them exclusively. I used to do the Twitch every single week, but I burnt out on that. So, I'm now doing videos every week. Also burnt out on that. I'm not Gerald level of doing videos every single day, but I'm trying to blend in some more, .NET-y, C-sharpy type of stuff here and there. So very cool. Togo from Lagos. Amazing. Germany in the house as well. Warsaw was just there not too long ago. Love Poland. Amazing. Well, I hope everyone's doing good from Denmark. Whoa, very cool. Looking into replacing Power Apps Canvas with Maui. Whoa, very cool. Interesting. Looking to get a little bit more power, a little bit more stuff happening. Wow, that's cool. New York City in the house. From the Milky Way. Classic. I love it. Armenia. Whoa, Eric. Very cool. Wow. Everyone from everywhere. I love it. That's the power of the internet. Parth, thank you so much. I appreciate you there. Gerald is a beast. Gerald has a little bit of an advantage. He does work on the .NET MAUI team directly. So, Steven, Australia in the house, Norway reporting. I'm going to be in Norway later next month, which is cool as well. We're going to head to Finland and then to Norway. Oh, Thailand, very cool. Thailand's on my list, that's for sure. Very cool. Let me see, I'm turn the audio just a tiny bit. Very cool. Wow, amazing. We might actually go to Australia as well in November. We'll see. So we'll see. Guy says, quick shout out to Maui in VS Code. That's what we're doing today. We're going to give it a go. We're going to give it an install, give it a look. I know it's not fully featured 100%, but it's there. Bangladesh in the house, Qatar in the house. Wow, amazing. Any conferences I'm attending in Norway? No, I presented at NDC quite a few times in the past. This would be for a personal trip. So we're actually going for my wife's work, and then we're going to take a few more days. Probably go to Bergen and then to Oslo, because she hasn't been to Oslo, and I love Oslo as well. And it's been a while since I've been to Oslo. Probably NDC 6 years ago, 5 years ago in there as well. So is the .NET MAUI extension replacing the .NET Meteor extension? Well, I don't know. The Meteor extension, I think, is a third-party one. There was the Comet extension, which was more for the Clancy had done a lot of that work, which is more of an experiment. This is sort of like an official from the .NET MAUI team, Visual Studio team, you know, extension really. So this would be like the one in general. So yeah. So that's what I would say in general. Yeah. Oh, Ben says, go Ben. Traveled to Thailand earlier this year. Whoa, very cool. We're just talking to some friends about like the region, because we went to like Vietnam and Malaysia a few years back before the pandemic, and that was pretty awesome. I'd love to get over there again. From India, hey Yam, nice to see you as well. Oh, cool. Andreas, yes, totally. Stavanger. Very cool. All right, cool. Yeah, we have some bookings going on. We're finalizing some details. It's coming up quicker than I thought, but kind of excited about it. So, well, let's see. Karim, you don't need to buy anything. It's all free. You know, should I buy a VS extension of .NET MAUI? Just install it. You can just install it now. We're going to do it today. Today what we're going to do is we're going to try to take the Threads app. Threads, it's an app from Instagram/Meta. We're going to try to build a little UI. It's a pretty straightforward application. It just happens to work well. We're just going to try to build some UI, see how that goes. See how far we get in an hour or whatever. Maybe we'll keep building it. We'll see what we do. Who knows? See how close it gets. There we go. Ivan asks, does Bootstrap work on .NET MAUI? If you're doing Blazor stuff or the hybrid web view stuff, totally. So, very cool. Some more people in from India. Very cool. I just love like seeing where people are from, how things are going, things like that. Oh yeah, you do need, Karim, good question. So we get a lot of questions. In fact, Frank and I on Merge Conflict, the podcast that him and I do, this week upcoming, we actually talk about the .NET MAUI extension for VS Code, and also the C# Dev Kit, and also the C# extension straight up. So there's 4 extensions. There's also the IntelliCode extension for C# Dev Kit. You really need to separate this into 2 worlds, right? Separate one. The first world is the C# extension, which has been around forever, and that has sort of been rewritten kind of almost from the ground up from the team here over at Microsoft, and it's open source and folks from the community, and that is now built on a new language service protocol, LSP, that is basically using the same stuff from Visual Studio. So the Roslyn support, all the IntelliSense engines and things like that, those are all updated. So all the stuff that you'd expect, being able to build and compile and debug your apps, that's all inside of there, right? So that is, for all intents and purposes, the same. If you were using that yesterday to build C# applications, you use it the next day, but it'll just get better. You upgrade and boom, it's good to go. Now, that is completely, it's open source. There's MIT license, you don't need to log in, don't need to do anything. Now, the other stuff is the new, like, kind of plus, if you will, on top of it, all right? So think of it like this is, you can install .NET and start coding anywhere, but when you install Visual Studio or you install Visual Studio Code, there are things that can improve upon it. So the team was like, what does C# developers need on top of just building and doing stuff with C#? Well, you need stuff like packaging, managing projects, packaging stuff. And the good one, Steven, question is, does the C# extension replace the OmniSharp one? It's the same package. So the OmniSharp, you can flip back to OmniSharp if you want, but it basically, the new LSP implementation replaces that there. So you just upgrade the extension, if that makes sense. So it's the same exact extension, same repo, things like that. And that's completely free. You don't need to do anything else. It's the same as yesterday, right? If that makes sense, right? Now, like I said, the team basically, it might use, an improved version of OmniSharp, right? So whatever the blog post says is the correct version of it. Yeah. Oh, and then maybe it's an improved version, so then you can flip back to it. But it's the improved version of OmniSharp with the LSP inside of it. I think that's right. I'd have to ask Tim Hewer. He would know 100%. Yeah. So read the blog post 100%. So that might be right then, if you're correct there. I love little emojis. Look at that little thing. Yeah. Now, on top of that, though, like I said, that's just the C# extension. Now you're like, thank you, Barini. I appreciate that clarification. Now, on top of that, though, the team's like, what else do C# developers need? Well, things like Solution Explorer, so you can have multiple projects open, being able to create new projects, being able to add references easily, package management, like Test Explorer support, things like that. Well, the team then built another extension, right, for VS Code, which is called the C# Dev Kit, and additionally another one called IntelliCode for the C# Dev Kit. And the C# Dev Kit basically sits on top of the C# thing, the C# extension. So it's optional. You don't need to install it. Now for that though, you do need a Visual Studio subscription, but including a free one. So if you have a free community edition, like I do, you just log into your account and then it lights up and you get all that goodness, right? And the same thing is true there for the .NET MAUI extension for VS Code that was just released like 2 days ago. That is the C# or the .NET MAUI extension for the C# Dev Kit. So it sits on top of the C# Dev Kit, right? You can kind of see this ecosystem start to evolve, right? Which is really cool. And that's the same thing, you'll log in with your account. But I can just go ahead and let's do it. Let's see what we can get here and go from there. There we go. Wasim asks, I'm using fresh MVVM. Can I use that in MAUI? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was ported over. So we're there. Okay, so we're inside of VS Code, right? Yes, correct. So if I go in and I say C# Dev Kit, right? I have nothing. I just installed VS Code there, right? And there's a C# Dev Kit. There's the IntelliCode here. Here's .NET MAUI, right? All these things. And there's basically dependencies. Like look at this, as we can see, like here's this, right? So we have C# Dev Kit, which relies on C# and also includes C# right here. IntelliCode, look at the dependencies, exact same thing, right? The .NET install tool for extension authors, that's just like a way to basically install there, which is there. And then the C# Dev Kit, the same. If you look here, this is, it has an extension pack, so it basically will install the IntelliCode for you, because this is not a dependency of the C# Dev Kit, but the C# extension is, right? So for most folks, the recommendation is just to install the C# Dev Kit. One click install, you're gonna get IntelliCode, you're gonna get the C# Dev Kit, so you're gonna get all the hotness like this, the refactoring, code navigation, code completion, package management, support for some new things, debugging, testing, things like that. And of course, if you go into the C# extension, you can see that this obviously supports, the new open source LSP that's here, right? And it is powered by OmniSharp. Yep, correct. So OmniSharp with that stuff. So when you get here, you're like, whoa, I get this getting started guide. Katie and my team worked on this, which is super rad. And it says you can sign in if you have a Visual Studio subscription. So I'm just going to go ahead and connect it. And that should open a browser, ? Sign in. There we go. So it's going to allow. Boop. I'm just logged in with my personal account. Amazing. Now, if at this point you don't have a Visual Studio subscription, it's going to, prompt you to sign up for at least a community edition, right? Which is free, And in fact, if you go to, visualstudio.com over here, and you look, actually, like there's Dev Essentials. This is really cool. So if you don't have Dev Essentials, this is neat. I'll just post a link to do it. Oh, there we go. Cool. So this gives you, a bunch of stuff basically, but it gives you 1 year subscription with $200 credit, a bunch of Azure DevOps stuff, some Power community plan stuff, some software trial stuff, a bunch of stuff basically in the extension and in the Dev Essentials. So definitely check that out, which includes the community edition. Cool. So here, I'm pretty sure I have .NET installed. So let's view the terminal and say .NET-Azure version. Oops. Cool. All right. So I have, 704 installed. So perfect. Right. If you don't have it, you can one-click install and install .NET and be good to go there. So that'd be good. Now this is going to have me like open a folder. So here we can, open a folder, create a project with .NET New, but it's also just inside of here. Launch and debug, so you can show runners, add breakpoints, And there's a bunch more stuff here as well. So like what's cool is now if you go to view command palette and just say .NET, notice that there's all of these .NET commands that are in here. So new project, clean, build, rebuild, you know, the sign-in stuff, all that stuff. So that's cool. So let's say if I go now to here, check this out. There's a new create .NET project button. Boom, which is cool. And that should ideally work. Let's see. Maybe I need to restart it, question mark. Oh, there's a pre-release version. Do I want that? I might want that. I don't know. Let's see, .NET. Oops. New project, does that work for here? Oh, here we go. Yeah. Let me go ahead and reboot. Oh, Visual Studio Code has decided to update, so that's always good. That might be why. Let's see here. I love a good old Visual Studio Code install updating. Let's see if that worked. Oh, there we go. So the C# dev kit, you can't even see it down here, but let me go ahead and do this. I probably missed this pop-up in the world of pop-ups. But basically the C# dev kit requires this pre-release version of the C# extension. So I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade that, and that's gonna turn on the pre-release there. I think the teams are working on trying to improve that flow a little bit. But so for some reason something's working, close it down, reopen it, switch to the preview version of the C# extension inside of there. Which is cool. Yep. Right, it's installing. Is there a way of setting the font size for the Solution Explorer? No, there's not. There's a open issue out there for that. That's for sure, to do that. Okay. So here now, when I do create new project, so if that's not working, it's here, but you can create a new project, etc., etc. So if I did a new web API, I'm gonna select a folder. Let's put it on our documents. Let's use storage, GitHub. There we go. Cool. And then let's see. Did that work? There we go. So you can call it Web App 3. Cool. So this is my first time streaming on Windows 11. It's been a while. I wonder where this actually put it. Okay. Okay, I put it inside of a folder. Perfect. Cool. Nice. All right. Cool. So there we go. So this is nice, right? So this is just the folder view. See how it's just like folders? We have VS Code folder, JSON settings. This is, you know, shows me my .NET solution for SLN. We have all of our different projects here. But if I look down over here, I see that I actually have this Solution Explorer. And this actually shows me my projects inside the solution, my dependencies. It shows me my packages, the different frameworks I have installed, the analyzers I've installed. So this looks pretty good out of there. And then, yeah, here's like my web API, right? And then I can just hit F5 and say I want to debug it. And this should debug it, I guess. It's gonna... I forget if I want C# or the .NET one in general. Something that's interesting is, like, you know, there are these launch settings, but these launch settings are for like read by like Visual Studio, not necessarily by, you know, by this here. So there we go. So it's like loading up, it's doing stuff. Get an API, get a Swagger, try it out, execute, bingo bango, totally good to go, right? Just like you would suspect. So that's kind of cool. Yeah. And then, you know, you can create configurations and things like that and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and close that folder. Boop. Good question. Raphael says, is it possible to change profile to run the project in this plugin? Is it? Yeah, so I mean, in your debug configurations, you would create profiles, basically. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so then what we want to do is we have now IntelliCode, we have the C# dev kit stuff, we have the C# preview, and then I can install the MAUI here, right? There's a bunch of MAUI stuff in here. So there's like, this is the Uno has a plugin, this is the third-party plugin, and this is the official one from the .NET MAUI team. There we go. So again, just kind of like installing your setup, right? Now, if I didn't have the C# extension or the C# dev kit, then, you know, it would walk me through that process. So there we go. So I just logged in and I'm all good. It's going to just show me pretty much the same stuff, right? It's going to show me, you know, make sure I have .NET MAUI installed, create my first MAUI project, how to, you know, build and launch different things and go from there. Whoa. Hussein, thank you so much for Hussein. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Super appreciate that. You get sweet, sweet emojis now. Welcome to the Coffee Monkey crew. And then just learn more. So there's a whole bunch of new command palette stuff. So now there's .NET MAUI stuff. Check this out, right? We have configure Android, set up for deployment, pick Android device, different devices, things like that. So now let's create a project and let's do a .NET MAUI app. And let's select my GitHub folder. Cool. All right, and I'm going to call this Threads app. Boom. All right. All right. So here's one thing that you'll see right away is that we're still kind of in our folder view down over here. And then it's going to activate extensions. And then what you're going to see is like the solution explorers there. Now, if you want, you can just drag and drop this solution explorer around, right? So if you want that to be on the top, it'll now bubble up to the top, right? And now we get over here all of our, you know, dependencies that are coming in, so we can see them being inflated, basically. Hey, Sumat, how's it going? We can see our resources coming in, our app icons, our fonts that are inside of here, and then we have our MAUI app, which is cool. And it's a .NET MAUI project, right? So nothing crazy over here. We have our XAML here. Now there are a few things like right now, like hot reloading, and XAML IntelliSense is like, it's working on it. It's kind of doing stuff. So we're gonna see like how long I actually like stay in VS Code versus like, do I want to just pop out and not, you know, get all my IntelliSense stuff. So it's early, it's a preview. So, you know, it's new, it's new hotness basically, right? So there's that. We'll see how it goes. Let me go ahead and make it a little bit bigger over here. Cool. Awesome. Can you choose the .NET version you want to target, or does that, it just picks the latest? I think this is just picking what my default is. So I don't think there's an option to pick from that, but here's .NET 7. So I think if I had .NET 8 installed, it would do .NET 8 as well. I'm pretty sure. So not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure in general. Yeah, there's that. Premium content for free. Well, thank you. Yeah, all you gotta do is a sub. You can become a member if you want. That helps out. If you want, no big deal. I need to do more member things. I don't know what y'all want as members though, so there's that. Why doesn't navigation work without the debugger? I don't know. It should work. It should work. I don't know. Good question though. We'll give it a try here. Do you think you can make this app with C# only, no XAML anywhere? Whoa. We could try. We could try. We could try. Totally, we could try. I would at least do the shell probably in there, and that's it. Here's what I want to show everyone. I'm going to actually minimize this down. I'm going to hide a few things here. There we go. Just so you can see the stuff, right? So the thing I want to show you down here is that we have some things going on here, right? So we have like a a language mode. So if I go to C Sharp, this is gonna first show me that I have the Visual Studio subscription. I have an enterprise account from like work that's tied, but it works with Community Edition. I have the C Sharp that's like automatically like detected by VS Code. And then this is kind of interesting is that there's this little, I don't know why this icon is this icon. Maybe it's just easy to implement, but this is like the icon basically here. So this icon shows us the startup project and the debug target. So if I tap on that, this is pretty cool, right? Like I actually can see where I want to build, right? So there's build only, there's local machine for Windows. So you can tap on that. There's Android emulators or Android build only. And then obviously I'm in Visual Studio for Mac or Visual Studio Code on Windows. So I can build iOS and Mac, like build it, but I can't like deploy it, right? So there's no like hot restart or connection to Mac or anything like that. So you're just gonna be like limited there, yeah. How do I run Android device emulators? Well, there's a few things. If you have Visual Studio itself, right, that's gonna have the SDK managers and it's gonna have an Android device emulator. Else, basically, you'll install either that or Android Studio, and then you'll boot up Android emulators from it. So that's what you would do. Here I have an Android emulator that I created in Visual Studio. You could also boot up like the Windows subsystem for Android as well. That's an option too, if that makes sense. Does it give you an Android subsystem? No, you need to configure that, right? So I mean, it's not an IDE. It's not going to do 5 billion things for you, right? So it's a code editor. So it's going to do what it needs to do, but that's about it, if that makes sense. But here, if you do have emulators, it did detect it with ADB. So it did automatically detect that stuff. So here's one that's not running. Here's one that is running. And then that's going to like basically switch it down here to my debug target, right? Which is kind of cool. And then, yeah, I just hit F5, and then there's a .NET MAUI debugger that's inside of here. So you wouldn't, pick the .NET 5 Core or the C Sharp one. You pick the .NET MAUI one, and then what this is going to do is going to build. And you can kind of see exactly what it's doing down here. It's going to do a .NET build run configuration. It's going to spin it up, and it's going to restore the packages, and then start to build and deploy our application, right? So that's going to basically work at the end of the day, and it's going to build up stuff, and my computer's running at 99%, so I'm very excited about that, which is great. Andre says, will this live session be publicly available? Of course, it's YouTube. You can scrub back, rewind it, pause it. It'll be the exact same link immediately after this. It'll be right there. I don't know, Mihilo. I did it the same way as the Monkey app. It might be, maybe did you register your page? Did you not do something else? Question mark. That'd be like the question. If you're getting some crashers, you'd have to like upload the project there and see what's going on. Would you consider using Blazor Hybrid? If so, when? I love the questions. Keep them coming in. Carol asks. Kirill. Yeah, I mean, especially if you're a web developer, I think Blazor Hybrid's super nice. There's also an experimental hybrid web view that can play side by side that. So if you're doing Angular or React, totally good to go. Yeah, I would use it if you're a web developer. If you're already doing web Blazory things, like why not, right? So that's what I would do, or blend, if you want to, if you're building and mix and matching, there you go. Yeah. All right, let's see how many frames I'm going to drop in this thing. So it's just building the application just like normal. Then it should deploy. We'll see what's happening. Output. I hope it builds. We'll see. We'll check it out. Problem. I think there's a problems windows. We'll see. And says, I had to play with the hybrid web view the other day, so I could use a grouped collection view with a flex layout for children of each group. The interop bar worked well. Yeah, it was kind of cool. I was pretty surprised with that experiment that they have going on. It's there, yeah. Boris asks, is .NET MAUI ready to replace Xamarin 5 for bigger projects? Xamarin's end of life. Oh, it's not end of life until May of next year. So that is when the support ends there. Look at that. We have an app. It's happening, right? Boom. So the app is here, it's up, it's running. We'd have normal stuff that you would expect. So if I go into a page, I should be able to add a breakpoint. Hit a breakpoint, I got locals. Should have a watch window if I wanted to add count in here. I think that's how that works. Yep, there we go, 4. Cool. This should be all the normal VS Code stuff. Call stack, you know, see all the frames, things that's happening here. Amazing. So good. Continue on. Amazing. And we got the counter. Now there's a few things, right? So if I go in and I say, you know, plus equals 10 and I hit save, this is not going to increment now by 10 because there is no hot reload support right now, right? So kind of a bummer. I guess you could do .NET run watch. That may work, I guess, if you do in non-debug mode. I really want to like try that out, you know, and see what that does. Not 100% sure, but like I'm kind of curious if I do this, right? I want to try this and see what it actually does in general. .NET watch, I think is what I'd want, right? And then run. I want to see if that works. Well, I'm gonna stop debugging. Let's see. If I go into terminal, okay, and if I do view terminal, okay, and then if I do .NET, instead of .NET build run, I think I can do .NET, I don't know. Frank told me yesterday that I could do it, so I think I can do .NET watch. Does that work? Nope. Watch. .NET dash watch? .NET watch run. Oh, Andre asks, would the Blazor... Does that work? No. .NET watch run. Maybe I can't do it. That'd be really cool if I could. Yeah, I don't know if I can. Maybe I don't need the T/T run? Question mark. Let's see. But I'm imagining I need the configuration. No, it didn't work. No. I don't know how to do it. I'm not a command line person. That's the problem. So, can you attach an existing debugger? I don't know. That's a good question. Okay, so let's see in the chat. Andre was asking about Blazor Hybrid. Do you have access to native functionality? Of course, you can blend. Watch the video on my channel. Watch it. Go over to my YouTube. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to youtube.com/James Montemagno. Look at this and watch this. .NET MAUI Blazor Hybrid, 43,000 views. I want you to go here and I want you to watch this video. Bookmark this for later. Bam. You're gonna watch that. Amazing. Oh, and look at that. Burke is learning Blazor right now. Amazing. It's gonna help you. There you go. Let's see what else we have. Do you maybe have an example of HTTP reuse practice in MAUI? I mean, you could use Poly for instance pooling. Yeah. The default HTTP handlers like handle it all itself on mobile, so you don't really need to worry about that. Yes, and Guy says it there. All right, cool. All right. I guess you could create a. This is gonna create a. I think I need to create a launch JSON. But I want to see this. I want to do .NET MAUI watch run CLI watch command. Like, okay, it should do it, right? .NET. .NET build. I want to watch run. I'm so bad with the command line. And blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's not helpful. All right. Anyways, we got the app. Cool. Running. I guess I just debugged. Yeah, that works. Cool. Yovo says, is it just watch? That's what I thought. Well, I mean, I guess I could do like .NET. Well, so I think what you would need to do is, let me see. It adds a bunch of stuff on here, right? But I think what you need at least is .NET watch. I wonder if it'll just pick up the defaults. -T. Does that work? I do CD threads app. I mean, this would be an ideal scenario, right? Where I can do .NET watch build. Okay. .NET watch build -T run. Because that would be pretty cool if that's gonna, if that works. Ooh, it's happening. Something's happening. .NET -run. Fingers crossed. And you need to at least specify that. Yovo asked if there's any integrated for PDF stuff. I mean, there's native controls that you could use, but also like things like Telerik and Syncfusion have a bunch of PDF stuff that you would probably use. Well, I don't know. Let's see if this works. Now my squigglies went away, so I don't know what happened there. See, now it just says it's like rebooting the app, right? So I don't think it actually seems to work. I don't think it's the same. You know what I mean? It just restarted the app, so it's not the ideal scenario, I would say. Yeah. Well, now I was like .NET watch build. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So it's kind of a bummer, but anyways, we'll just shut it down. Okay, well, here's what we want to do anyways. So, whoa, okay. What we want to, actually, can I create a launch JSON file? Maui, Like, I think also you'd want to create like a, this one's just going to do whatever I'm doing currently. So that's kind of nice. I can create a launch target. I bet you could pass commands in there too. Just request launch. Yeah, I know in the description for the extension, there's a Q&A, and I know that stuff's not supported. But I was just wondering if like the default .NET watch stuff would work. So probably, like I said, doesn't. So that's probably good. But let's see. Okay. Anyways, what we want to do is we want to try to build threads. I don't know if you've heard of this app. Very popular. So there's a few things that we want to do. Someone challenged me to build it in C#, so we can try. I'm not very, you know, I'm fine with it, but not as good probably as I should be. So we'll see. But okay, cool. That's running. Does that debug it too? Oh, it does. Cool. Okay. Awesome. Okay, cool. Stop debugging. All right. So we do want to do a few things. So we don't want the behavior, but we do want to add in a few pages in here. So we're gonna have home page. We're gonna have search page, and then we're gonna have a middle button that actually brings up a new thread button, but I don't know if that's what I want. I'll say new thread page. Will it be multi-threaded? I believe so, yes. Then there's the hearts. If you haven't seen the Threads app, let's see, Threads app images. It looks like this tiny image. Great, that's super helpful. Filter image size large. that's not also not helpful. Also not helpful. There we go. Maybe it's just official post. Yeah, there we go. This is what we want to create basically, is like this image of this, the search. We're gonna call this this hearts is actually activity page. And surprisingly, nothing has things. And there's a profile page, so let's do that. All right, cool. And then nothing has titles, because why would it? That's cool. Now, what we're going to need, though, is some icons. That is for sure. So we're going to go over to our good friends at Font Awesome. And let's go ahead and pull this up. Boop. And let's search. I already downloaded them, so they are here. Cool. Yeah, there we go. I got these here. We're going to put those first over here into my resources fonts. And we're going to paste those in there. Boop. That'll do it. Did it do it? Have to get paid. Come on. All right. Add. How do I add? How do I add existing? I guess I can open the folder and I can drag and drop them in here. Boop. There we go. Amazing. That should be the OTFs. That should work. We'll see. All right. And let's make sure that nothing got funky up here. Nope. We got fonts. Those are coming in. Cool. All right. Save that. And we're going to need the Font Awesome C# GitHub file. I don't know where that's at. There we go. So Matthew should have this. Awesome. And then where's this one? Nice. Font Awesome icons. And then we can just copy this. I'm going to add a new folder. We'll call it helpers. And then we're going to add a new file. And we want a C# file class. Cool. It doesn't matter because we're going to replace it. I think. There we go. Awesome. Some huge file. Let's do this. Namespace will be threads app.helpers. There you go. And I don't know if the refactoring kicks in or not, but let's just go ahead and do that and remove that stuff. Should move it over. Cool. All right. That should work. Let's go ahead and build this. Let's see if that works. Eden wants to know how .NET MAUI compares to Flutter, React Native. Well, all three have very different approaches to how you build and do stuff, right? So if you're a React Native developer, then a React developer, React Native is probably a pretty good option. You know, it does more web / mixture of stuff. Flutter's Dart, so if you want to enter that ecosystem and do that, I should rename this, I guess. Rename font. What is it called? Oops. Font Awesome icons. Rename. If you're in that world, right? You want everything to be hand-drawn, hand-selected with the drawing engine that they have across the different platforms, and that's, you know, a good ideal scenario for you. And based on the platforms you want to hit, maybe those things are different. I would look at it like, how does .NET as an ecosystem evolve, right? .NET MAUI is just one option in the world of .NET, just like React Native or Ionic or even Blazor Hybrid is for web developers an option that you can kind of go into. And for .NET MAUI, though, it's obviously C#. There's a base of iOS and Android, Mac, and Windows support that's there. You can just build those apps in .NET, or you can do it, you know, with .NET MAUI, which is an abstraction on top of it. Gives you access to a bunch of different things, and the native APIs in C#, which is kind of nice. And then additionally, you also have other platforms too, right? You have things like Avalonia, which is another platform that does .NET on different platforms, especially for desktop. Really, that was where they started at. And .NET MAUI sort of started on the mobile front. And then you have Uno as well, which is another platform built on top of .NET, and they sort of use the base layers that .NET MAUI uses from the .NET team to go from there. So yeah, so you got a lot of options, basically, is what I'm saying at the end of the day. Let me go ahead and pull up, there. But the thing with .NET MAUI compared to even Uno or Avalonia is that it uses native controls, and, you know, you have native API access as an option. There's a drawing API, there's Blazor Hybrid, there's WebView Hybrid support in there as well. But, you know, there's other options that you can do there as well. Yeah, is Microsoft using MAUI for its own apps? Yeah, Maddie talked about it and David talked about it at Build, but things like the what is it, the admin app for Outlook, and a few other ones that are out there too that are using it, either going through a transformation from Xamarin to .NET and .NET MAUI or not. Yeah, so there's that. I'm gonna pull up my other app here, my coffee app, because I have some nice code chunks for this font in here, which would be nice to use. I'm just gonna pull that stuff up in general. But let's see, if I go over to, I probably also want to pull up, let's see, where's my font awesome? There we go. Threads app.helpers. I think that's it. Yeah, cool. Yeah, that's yeah, I built quite a few apps in Xamarin.forms. I've been doing it for 12 years now, 13 years now. So I've been a C#.NET in general. So that's great. And yeah, it really depends. I think the world of .NET is great to be in because you do have those options, right? Like if you want to have something directly from the .NET team and the MAUI team, you have those base layers, you have MAUI on top of it, right? And then if you want to go beyond that, right? So Carol's asking, what about if I want every single platform humanly possible, everything under the sun? Avalonia or Uno, those two would give you, you know, one thing that kind of goes everywhere. And that's kind of what Flutter's trying to be too. And I'm sure the MAUI team wants to get there at some point too, but you know, you got to start somewhere on there too. But I think Uno and Avalonia have pretty similar comparisons as far as where they go. Maybe the same, hard to say. Okay, let me do this. So the other stuff I want to pull in is yeah, this font image source here. So I'm pretty sure I want to do like a tab bar here. Yeah, the XAML support's probably gonna kill me. There we go. You don't really need a tab bar, but it's easier in my opinion if I just do tab, and then I do like this. If I do like, I'm just gonna do this in XAML, and then we're gonna also try to do there you go, that should work. Oh, I need to register these too. We will see. Oops. Let me do this. Yeah, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I do this, put this here, move this over, grab this, put this here, move this over. Yeah, once they have the XAML support, that'll be nice if you want to do XAML-y stuff. However, yeah, you can definitely do C# first. That might be the better approach for VS Code currently, since it's all in preview. Yeah, you can build .NET MAUI apps without XAML. You could use the Blazor syntax. There's a Blazor MAUI bindings. I think it's run by the community now. That basically brings Blazor syntax for like doing native controls as well as an option. That's something that's there. All right. One thing we need to do is we actually need to register those fonts. So let's go ahead and do that. Resources, fonts, and then in my main page, I'm just gonna go ahead and copy this. And we're gonna have FA brands. And then we're gonna do FA regular far, FA regular far, and then that's an OTF, 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 and then FA solid, and then fast. There we go. So now what we want to do is say, okay, how do I get like these icons? So if we go to Font Awesome, search for them, and then filter by free. There we go. So we're probably gonna want magnify. Let's do solid, I guess. Regular? There's not as many, there's more solid. So we'll do solid filter, I guess. So we want house. Well, these are easy. It's like most of them are right here. Like, it's like do. So house, it's probably gonna be house, and then it's probably magnifying glass. Let's just look at it. Yeah, just magnifying glass. I'm also gonna pull in my I'm gonna pull in my colors too from here. I like to have this color wheel that I have. Where's my app XAML? There we go. Coffee app styles. There we go. I just have these system fonts. I'm a big fan of system fonts. There we go. Styles, colors. They have a bunch in here, but I'm just gonna add my own. Boop. Just because I use those everywhere. These are default ones that basically Apple has somewhere. So I just kind of like to put those in there. Although there's like grays and stuff like that, but I'm just gonna use those. This one is the new thread page. So I wonder if there's like a, let's see, post. Like new. Here we go. Arrow up into the. Oh, it's like create. Edit. There we go. Pen to square. That's probably what it is. Similar enough. There, pen to square. I bet that's what it is. And then we're gonna need a heart. So let's just grab a heart emoji. Heart. It's just heart. Perfect. Or see how much, how decent I am at this or not. All right, we have a user. That should be user. Cool. All right. I like to create at least the shell inside of in XAML. Just makes it easier in my life. But let's see if this runs or if it crashes because I did something wrong. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, the toolkit markup extension. That's what I'm going to try next, I think, too. See how we do there. Will there be a designer for WinUI? I'm not sure. It's a good question. Have you noticed performance difference between Maui and xamarin.forms? I mean, some my apps are pretty much the same. So, but there's, you know, depends on what you're building and on it, I guess. You know, there's and different versions of 6, 7, 8 now that are out there. So, yeah. Boris says, yeah, Flutter's a different approach, different way of designing apps. Yeah, I think if you're coming from a .NET background, obviously .NET MAUI makes a lot of sense. So, you know, that makes a lot of sense there. Let's see if this works. Oh, wow. Look at that. It does work. Amazing. Look at that. We have created, folks, threads. It's done. We've done it. What else is there? Obviously, you have different icons, but at a high level, it's funny too, because like the default does expect text there, and like probably for accessibility, like that's probably what I would do. But yeah, I like the little movement. But I would probably create like a custom bottom toolbar in there. That's what I would probably do. So it's a little bit nicer, but we're just gonna use out of the box stuff that's there now. Okay, cool. That's good. Let's see. Yeah, guy says try different stuff. I've always said that. You know, no framework's perfect, right? You're gonna see 1,000 issues on every single open source project, right? There's that. So, you know, and people are gonna love one thing and hate a different thing. It's not gonna have their thing that they want. So, nothing's perfect. You know, even if you're building in the native stuff, you know, in Swift and Kotlin, there's gonna be quirks with that. So, you know. Boris says, build in a calendar view. I don't know, use something out of the box, like use a built control. That's what I would do. Yeah, in there too. Ship it, done. I don't think he'll notice. No, he'll be good. All right, cool. So let's do this. What we can do actually is we could delete this page. Let's maybe not delete it, but let's do a new folder. We'll call it pages. Pages. Yeah, Eliza, yeah. We talked about it a little bit earlier, but David and Maddie at their build session talked a little bit about the usage internal, some things like the Office admin application, and there's a few other applications from different teams. That's the one I know off the top of my head, but and a few other apps. They outlined it at Build, though, the different teams that were building it for internal and external use. There are a lot of internal use, especially of .NET and Blazor. And if you actually go to, if you're just interested in .NET usage at Microsoft, like this is pretty interesting too. If you do .NET, and then you do, where's it at? There's like developer stories. That's pretty cool. It's like all these amazing teams using .NET to build different stuff. So there's a lot of like APIs, performance, things like that, but you'll start to see some MAUI stuff pop up on there eventually, right? But you know, it's only been a year, so you know, things are trickling out as it goes. So there's that. All right, so we got the app going. Let's do a new page. And I'm gonna start with the new file. And here there's not any MAUI stuff in here, which is kind of a bit of a bummer. I could do view command palette and then it'd be cool if they had new thing, but you could also do new terminal, and then I could say ls, and I could say cd pages, and I could say .NET new list, I think is what I want. Oh, okay. .NET new list. I guess that's the correct usage of it. So like if there's something that's in Visual Studio, maybe it's not exposed inside here, it's probably here, right? So here is the .NET MAUI page C#. So here I should be able to say .NET new that, and then I guess I would do, I don't know what it's going to call it. New page 1. Oh, pages. Interesting. So it's just going to give you a content page and some stack in there. So I guess it just calls it pages because that's what it is called. I forgot to like pass in a name. That's the only thing is I don't understand doing that. Yeah. Flutter does use Skia. That's correct. Yeah. homepage. Is that what we called it? Homepage. Homepage. Perfect. And then we'll call this homepage. Now rename this to homepage. And then how do I do? It's like pass in dash n. Okay, let's try that. So I wonder if I do like dash n. Let's see, search page. Does that work? All right, that does work. Cool. Search page. Then we want new thread page. Can't really see it because it's like way at the bottom. And then we're gonna want activity page. And then we want profile page. Don't I need a XAML page? We're doing it all in C#. It was a challenge. Dun dun dun. And probably actually it'll be better to do it in C# because of the IntelliSense that would bring in. So we're gonna see. Dun dun dun. But if we go back into the shell, we're gonna delete this page. And then what we want to do is go here. Hey, 7 from Nepal. Very cool. How's it going? Let's do pages. Pages, 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 pages. And then this one would be pages, homepage. Yeah, just because the XAML IntelliSense isn't there yet. So new thread page. All right. Activity page. Yeah. Profile page. All right. Cool. And then, yeah, what you probably do want is the .NET MAUI Community Toolkit, right? And then there's the C# markup here. Like that. How do I get it? There we go. C# markup. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff. Badoop. I want to copy package reference into here. And then what else do I want to do? Use this. Oh, yeah, I think these are the same. So I think I want to go back here. Put that there. There we go. Little using statement. Cool. All right. Dun, dun. Dark and light modes. It should be supported out of the box, basically, with the default controls. Yeah, so that should work. Yeah, inside of a .NET MAUI app, the resources, there's styles, and you'll see under styles, basically all these different defaults for everything for all the styles. So that should work. So like, if you took that app here and I flipped it into dark mode. I don't know, does this one have it? Well, this version doesn't have it, so there you go. Or maybe it does. Let's see. Dark theme. There we go. That should just automatically work. Probably need to change the colors of this, basically, based on the different things, but yeah, that should be it. iOS updates available. Ooh, I'm just gonna check my calendar really quick, just make sure I don't have anything going on. No, I don't have anything going on today. Cool. Need to update my iOS version on this phone, though, that's for sure. Nice. Security response. Cool. Awesome. So anyways, yeah, the light and dark mode stuff should just kind of work automatically. All right. Okay, cool. So we have this all set up. We have our files, we have our fonts in here, we have our shell, we have our icons in here. And then basically what we're looking at is like a feed item like this, which is cool. That's cool. And we kind of mock this out for all intents and purposes. We can do that. I don't know if Flutterwood just provides a calendar box out of the control. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I like to look at all the ecosystems. Any idea for real-time notifications? SignalR. There you go. Yeah. That's what I would use, SignalR. Let's see if there's any other questions in here. So yeah, Zachy was about XAML. We're going to try to use some C#. So a few people were asking about WPF to .NET MAUI. There's a lot of quirks back and forth. I'm sure that you can find lots of articles for WPF to xamarin.forms types of conversions. But yeah, probably. So this is interesting because the actual let's see, using community toolkit.maui that. Guess I can get rid of this thing here. Cool. Whoa, what is this? There's like a little debug target here. That's cool. Wow. I like that. There we go. Bump it up. Yeah, SignalR would be your real-time communication stuff. So if you haven't used the C# markup stuff, basically it gives you a lot of niceties as far as like bindings and font sizes and row definitions and things like this, which is kind of cool inside of it. So there's, you know, different types of things, which is cool. I don't know how that works, these text entry things. Oh. That's interesting. Huh. That's cool. Basically, all we're going to put inside this content, though, is like a... it's been so long since I did it. Like, you just kind of want a new list view? Man, I have not done. Is there a list items? It's been so long since I did like I've not like done code behind in like a long time for just like doing stuff. But basically, I don't even know how to do it. Let's see. Yeah, there's got to be a... Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, basically I'm just like 1,000 times more productive in XAML. That's the difference with trying to do stuff in C# is like, yeah, I'm just not good at it anymore. If that makes sense. You know what I mean? So people are like, just do it in C#. Well, it's like, well, I don't know how to do it in C#. Which is kind of sad in some regard, but it's definitely tricky. But basically what you would want is like I think if I look at I think what you would end up wanting is like a view cell. Yeah. Let's see. xamarin.forms C# list view sample. List view code. Oh man. That's just items. Basics. List view. Custom cells. So like the .NET MAUI ones have like both. Or the xamarin.forms one do too. I think they all do. Boom. Views. Main view code. Amazing. Here we go. This is what I need. Perfect. Thank you. Cool. Oh yeah, you do a new data template. Oh, I'm so silly. Perfect. Okay, cool. Like now I know what I'm doing. 7, you just navigate. It says, how do I navigate to a desired tab page and shell page? Like I have a list of pages I wanted to redirect. You would just go to async. You do shell dot current dot go to async, and then you just navigate to it. Navigate to it with a // and you give it a home page, and then you would like navigate, and that would navigate to the home page. That's it. Basic navigation. You got it. Okay, so let's create a grid. So if I look at this app here, what we want to do is create a cell, and this cell is going to have like column, 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. Okay, so let's look at our good old trusty grid extensions over here. Amazing. And we're going to say public, and it's going to be a view cell, and it's going to be a thread cell. And it's going to be a view cell. Did I do it wrong? Class, there we go. All right, did I do it right? Yes. And then here we can say item var list view. I'll say list view dot. I mean, you know what I need? Copilot. Copilot. There we go. So let's install Copilot. That'd be ideal. List view item template, and then we're gonna say this new data template of thread cell. Perfect. Oops. Yeah. Copilot. Good call. Yeah. Absolutely. Then we can say content equals list view. It's basically just one big list view. It should probably be a collection view with like different stuff in it. But look at that. Item source. Ooh, threads 1, 2, 3. Cool. All right. And then what we want to do here, let me look at this code again. Yep, public cell. Right. And then you want to do like return new grid. Now, let's see how this thing works. Cool. Shove this in here. Let's just see what happens if I do this. Oops. I know this. Copy. Oop. All right, let's bring in some namespaces. Whoa. There we go. I gotta do a comma. That's actually not too bad, like these little things here. So that's good. Did I do this wrong? Oh, view equals. There you go. All right. Okay. So, and then ideally you could do like, bind label.text to, I guess, dot. There we go. Cool. That should actually bring it in, which would be kind of nice. So we'll see what that does. There we go. Cool. Did my Copilot turn on? Cool. It's on. All right. What else is it trying to do? It's trying to tell me to simplify it. Okay. Let's see if that just like works. I don't know. But that should basically give me a home page. It should then give me the thread cell, which is going to have all these labels in it. And really what this thing is, snipping tool, is a few things. It's like, there we go. Uh-oh, what did I do? Did I do something wrong? Did not build. Okay. Error. Oh. Apparently I did not also delete this. Let's delete the program CS file. There we go. Let's try it again. There we go. Yeah, the C# markup is just more enhancements. Yeah, basically there. Oh, what did I do? Threads, pages. Oh, you know what? Oh, yeah, they gave it a, I didn't give it a namespace. That's why. No. It's just threads. App.pages. I think there's just some things still that the Visual Studio does that this one doesn't. Let's just get the namespaces updated there. Let's try it again. Building. Nope. What did I do wrong? Cannot resolve pages, home page. Oh, page is not page. Thank you. Good thinking. Yes. Oh, I didn't copy that correct. Thank you. Good call, Gavo and Andrea. Thank you. Oh my gosh, what did I do wrong now? Oh, public. Oh, I should probably put that in the right place. There we go. There we go. Okay, this should work. No. No. Let's try it again. Am I getting closer? Pages. Pages, 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 pages. Let's see. Oh, and interestingly enough, there's actually like a, there's another thing on top of this, which is like, was it reposted? There's a lot of stuff happening here in this little thread. It would be. I'll call Gerald up. Where's Gerald at? Come help me. I need your help, Gerald. Where's my? You know what you could install is the live share. You know what I mean? Get the live share going on here. I'd love Gerald to come help. I don't know what he's up to. It's probably late his time right now, so it's probably sleeping. No, it's got to be 7 p.m. there, 8 p.m. there in the Netherlands. But, okay, so let me just, I like to draw and stuff. So it's like, there's also a thread. There's like another thing here. But basically, it's like this. It's like this. It's like this. This. And this. Whew, so many things. Look at that. It's 7 in the UK. There we go. Oh, yeah, perfect. 8 p.m., yeah. So this is going to be 1. Oh, and actually, like, yeah, if this is correct, there's actually a thing here, which is the, has it been threaded? I mean, that could not be 1, too. Like, that could just be stacked on top of each other. Like, is it retweeted or not? But hard to sell. But let me just undo that. So we'll just undo that. And let me just delete that. There we go. Okay. So this would be like 1, 2, 3, 4. This will just be a stack layout. These will be stack layouts, right? And then there'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that's not bad. 4 and 4. So boom, and then this will be separated at the top too. Okay. Oh, did I do it wrong? Let's do run. Maybe this one doesn't do what I think it's gonna do. I don't know. Supposed to be ideal. I bet someone's probably built the UI in React or Angular. You just shove it in here. Well, I make the no paywall. I don't have paywalls. Why do I have a paywall? I don't have a paywall. I'll make the code open source right now. Don't tell me not to make the code open source. Threads app. Publish it public. Done. Did it. It's open source on my GitHub. Boom, it's right down there. Yeah, don't tell me not to make it open source. Did this work? Did this launch? No, amazing. Okay, cool. So we want to also do has uneven rows true. That's obviously not gonna do it, but yeah, we have these rows. It's beautiful. Look at this beautiful app. Amazing. Okay, cool. But what we want to do is we want to basically build out this. So I have a profile photo of myself here. This one. This is me. Wow. Cool. And we're gonna take that and we're gonna put it into here. Where's my images or resources? Images. Open folder. We're gonna put this profile image in there. Perfect. It's already a circle. See what I did there? Amazing. Okay, so the first thing we'd want to do is we're going to define these columns. So what we're going to have, if I look here, I'm just going to make this smaller. I'm going to put this over, put this back here. That's how I really design in the real world. Designing, look at that. So this is going to be, I don't know, let's say that this first one can be 50. That sounds good. This will be the one that fills the rest. So we just want to do that. And then we're going to have auto. I mean, this could also be 50 because that's going to be like a ... at the end of the day, you know? Now, oh, these are, yeah, it's the columns. And then for rows, we're going to have, you know, 50. You know, it's not going to be that high. Just make it static. This one will be a star. And then this will be 60 and 50. We'll just make that a size there. So then what we should be able to do is say new image. Okay, and then I'm going to do source. And I should be able to do profile circle .png. And then I can say, is there like other stuff in here? No. They're probably like dot height. Oh my gosh, look at that, it's just filling in. Oh, that's funny. Oh, I love it. That's so funny. So we probably need, is there a width? No. It's like width. Oh man. Image extensions. Dot source, cool. Aspect is opaque. Doesn't have like the. Let's do this. We'll say var profile. Just gonna pull these up. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's adding the comma at the end. Yeah, I see. Yeah, width. Oh, it does do width. Okay, so width. Let's just do 50-50, right? And then height 50. Does that work? And then oh, I'm literally inside the thing. James, stop being. Oh, okay. I am. Okay. I'm gonna do this. Yeah. Why not do it in XAML? It's way faster. It is way faster for me. That is correct. But somebody said I should build it in C#. So we're at least gonna build this page in C#. I think also right now is that there's really no IntelliSense for XAML inside of inside the VS Code extension. So that's also kind of like a bummer right now. So as you can see, it's a challenge. But hey, you know what? Coding isn't easy. Being a developer isn't easy. Even though I've been doing this for a bajillion years, it doesn't mean it's easy, right? You live and you learn. And you forget how to code sometimes when you're a manager. So that's life, people. What we'd want to do here is we also want to do a dot row span of 2. And then we'd also want to say dot horizontal options center horizontal. Ooh, that's nice. And then center vertical. Okay. And then aspect and we'll do aspect fill. Sure. Now, if this is correct, we should have an image overlaying on top of this label. Actually, let me just do this. Let's stop building that. Because I can do this, and we could just make this the name, right? So we could say James Montemagno. Actually, it's all lowercase. And then we could do .net. .net threads.developers. Actually, I think it's threads.net slash at .net .developers. Is there a dot in there? There is. Amazing. Cool. And then we can also do, we'll do a Chancelman. Cool. Whoa, a little laggy. Probably because I'm building. There's the one downside of, I really need a new machine. But this should be column 1. This would be like attributes, font attributes. Is there like a bold? Amazing. Actually, I do kind of really like those. Those are pretty nice. How do I say end? Get out of here. Okay. Okay, so we have end, and then we're going to have... Let's do this, actually. Let's do a public class, and I'm going to call it a thread. Okay, cool. Oh, wow, cool. Wow, amazing. Okay, there's no hot reload now, unfortunately. Yeah. So we also want to bring in the .NET Community Toolkit MMVM. MMVM, perfect, nailed it. Perfect. Cool. Where's it at? Oh. Where's my NuGet? Link to the NuGet. Actually, is there a package management system? Like, can I like go in and then say, give me... No. I was really hoping there's like a NuGet package manager. Is there like a NuGet thing? Oh, yes. In fact, if you go to the devblogs.microsoft.com, if you actually go to the Visual Studio blog, which is here, I love this image. It's so good. I use it in the background here. You can actually take a look at the marketplace, and there's these known limitations, right? So this is like XAML editing's lightweight. There's currently, you can't switch the target IntelliSense, and then XAML and .NET Hot Reload aren't supported yet. There's a keyword yet in there. That makes sense. Which is good. This is fine. There's like title, description. That's good. What's I looking for? I know there's a preferred NuGet package manager system, but that'd be cool. Using the .NET NuGet command on terminal shouldn't add the dependency on... It should add it to the solution, yeah. I'm a big visual person. That's my main problem all the time, is that I'm a visual learner. There you go. Community toolkit. Cool. And then what we do here is close all the windows and then open up my solution, my pages, my home. And then this is a public partial class. And then we want like user. Actually, we do this. We would do string user, string message, and then you would have like an int of likes. Oh wow, look at that. Int replies, and then you'd have a bool is verified. And then you want like a string of time ago. All right. And then you would want a observable property, and this is going to be a observable object. Perfect. Nice. Does that just bring in the namespace? There we go. Could you convince me to use Maui instead of React Native or Flutter? I mean, Maui still seems non-productive state. Well, it depends what you're building and like how you want to build applications, right? Like, are you a .NET and C# developer and that's where you're comfortable? You're building backends and front ends in it. Does it hit the targets that you want it to do? If it doesn't, you could also look at Avalonia or Uno as good options too in the .NET ecosystem, and MVVM code is all the same there. For me, I'm a C# .NET developer. I don't want to switch between my front ends, back ends, learning new languages, doing different stuff. I mean, the team is making vast improvements with every release of .NET. They have new NuGet packages that you can download, try out different stuff. For me, I like native controls, native API accesses in C#, and a lot of the abstractions there. So that's what I like in general. I've been doing it for like ever, basically, but that's me. Yeah. Can I do this? Can I do name of and then like user? There we go. Does that work? But, you know, everything that you do some POCs and the different things. You know, that's what I did a long, long time ago when I got started. And I was like, you know, this is great. I love it. So, yeah, I like how Gava, I think you guys are answering. You guys are answering questions in the chat. Yeah. I agree. I think Rednear says like the extension is coming along. And I agree. It's coming along. That is for sure. Oh, look at this. I definitely don't want these bins. Do I have not a... All right, hold on. Where's my... Did I not create an ignore? Hold on. Please hold. I want to see what this did. Let's see what happened over here. Packages. Did it? It didn't. Oh, it made it private. Oh, that's funny. I told it to make it public. But this is bad anyways, because look, it included all this stuff. So I'm actually going to delete this. Delete this repository. Yeah. Cool. Because this should have a... Definitely a git ignore at the minimum. Gabby. Boop, there we go. That would at least be good in general. And then I'm actually going to... Let me just open this. I'm gonna delete this git. Boop. It's gonna be very upset at me, I'm pretty sure. You weren't much of a .NET person. Yeah, I mean, I think for me, like, I've been a C# and .NET developer since college, to be honest with you, which is in 2005. Old. So yeah, I've been doing it now for, man, yeah, almost 18 years. In general. So I've been loving it, but I built everything, right? I built desktop apps, I built web services, I built functions. To me, it's like, I want to build everything in C# all the time, right? Is everything perfect? No, nothing's perfect, right? Does it get you further? Hopefully, you know, I mean, that's the goal. So, can I create a new array of, oh, that should just figure it out, right? A new A thread. And then we probably want a is verified. False. I'm not verified. Likes. Oh my gosh, that's great. It's so good. There. But, you know, I really like .NET MAUI. I really like Xamarin. I like xamarin.forms. I mean, it's kind of like just what I know and what I love and I'm very comfortable with. You know, I think that I'm excited to see that how much is being built up like around .NET MAUI. And let's see, image. And then and just the ecosystem that's there. It's kind of like anything that's new. It needs some time to bake a little bit, right? And it's definitely coming a long way, which is really great. And the nice thing is like a lot of that stuff came over from Xamarin and xamarin.forms. I am .NET bot. There you go, cool. Oh, I'm here to help you with your related. Look at that, it just added a. What is it? Oh, this is amazing. I don't even know. I don't even know what Copilot's doing anymore. Oh man, is it good enough to replace WPF? I don't really know. I mean, it's hard to say without what you're building, right? Like, I build and ship like my stream timer, which is an app that I use on this exact stream, you know, and this is a xamarin.forms app, but it would look better in .NET MAUI, and I just need to upgrade it basically to WinUI 3. But you know, this is my app. It's great exactly for what I want it to be. Am I building a lot of stuff? I would say that there's some really amazing teams doing some amazing, crazy things on desktop. So it's come really far, but a lot of people that come from like WPF or UWP that are like used to templating and this and that, it's like there, you know? Yeah. Nice. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Mac Catalyst is great, Tyler. I agree. Yeah. Bluetooth LE. Yeah, like it just really depends. Like getting any framework 100% pixel perfect on desktop and mobile XYZ is like, it's always gonna be a little tricky. So I think I can I do this? Can I do dot bind? And then can I do source property? That work? Like sometimes it does stuff and I'm like, I don't actually know if that like works. That does work. That's amazing. That's so cool. Is there any plans to make VS for Mac more robust on VS on Windows? I mean, take a look at the planned projects. Like Visual Studio documentation has a lot of that stuff sort of outlined. You know, the team, they just rebuilt like the source control editor and a bunch of other stuff. So there's a lot of work going on there. And it's obviously just recently rebuilt from the ground up with .NET 6. And I don't know if they're on .NET 7 now or what the plans are there, but you know, it's definitely coming a long way. Okay, so we have our image. This should bind to these two things that I have here. Question mark. We'll see. That's cool. Now, I am excited that, you know, the VS Code stuff is coming along because I know a lot of people on Linux have been curious about like building apps over there and, you know, for Android. And then, you know, using other, you know, frameworks like Uno or Avalonia to do stuff. So it's cool to see the different extensions sort of all happen. Just gonna make this a little bit bigger. All right. Also curious, let me close a bunch of these windows. These are all very unnecessary to have open. Yeah, Sven, if you want to pop to a specific page, let me like give you a GitHub repo to look at. Yeah, you'd want to look at like Island Tracker probably. This does a bunch of that stuff. I mean, it's in xamarin.forms, but it's the same stuff. I haven't done any work on this. I built this app live. Actually, this one here is really nice app. One of my favorite apps. It's no longer available though. But this one I pop to different pages all the time, so you'd want to look at that. That is for sure. I bet if you just typed in like shell. Yeah, like stuff like this. This is like me like literally going to a specific page, opening a thing automatically. So. Oh. Heyo. Whoa. Cool. Amazing. So this is coming along great. Okay, cool. So we definitely want to I want to like definitely clean this up a little bit. Okay, cool. So let me just think. For everything else is overlapping, so I should really just delete a bunch of this stuff. Let's just be honest here, because it's not helping me. This one also needs to have, yeah, that's correct. Okay, cool. So that would be the label. Let's see if I have a here. Okay, so we have that. That's gonna row span 2. That looks correct. We have a label here. And then ideally, yeah, we would just have like another one. Another one. Time ago. Text property column 2. And then this would not be bold. That would be end. And then this one would be probably a new image. And this is going to be a close source. That's like almost what you want, but not really. Do a new image, but you'd want like a, how do you do a font image source code font. Oh, I guess I can just do the font family, huh? So I could do, I guess I could do label. And then I guess I would do like, just pretend like it's knowing what it's doing just to fill in stuff. But it's gonna be 0, column 3. And then I think I would do text. And then I think I want like font awesome dot. Font awesome icons. And then what is it? If I go back to font awesome dot ellipses. It's a solid, okay. Okay. Should be using the helpers. There we go. That should pull it in. There we go. And then that should be there. And then we should say dot font family. And that's fast. Cool. Does that work? Maybe it needs to be an image. Label extensions. Yeah, to rewriting comment. I don't know about that. I don't know if comment's still doing stuff, is it? I haven't looked at comment in a while. Font. I see family would be, there we go. And that should be it. We don't need a column span. There's that. And then you would want like a new label underneath it, and then you would do bind, and this would be label.text property message. Yep. So now we want the message. I don't even know if you want to bind, actually. I think this is just like .text. And then I think you just pass this in. I don't know why I'm binding there. That's just that there. It's an ellipses. That should work. And then this will be the dot row 1 column 1. Yes, indeed. And then dot column span would be 3. Yeah, that's correct. Perfect. Cool. And then go from there. Let's just see what that looks like, if it's any good in general. Be cool to format the document. Does that work? I don't know. It's all there. Cool, cool, cool. Texel says, I'm new to .NET MAUI. Could you tell me how to learn advanced layouts, different screen resolutions, device orientations? Well, one, the documentation is pretty much amazing. So if you go into .NET and you go to .NET MAUI, boop, you're going to find all sorts of stuff there. Should be good. We also have a learning path. When you go to training, products.net, and then right here, a whole .NET MAUI learning path. And there's my face. Amazing. Those would be the things that I would look at, basically, to go for. So, all right, cool. Ayo. All right. Oh, that's end. I want, we're actually getting closer, surprisingly. So we want this to be, auto. Let me just make this auto, I guess, to make it easier, I guess. And then we probably want like a padding in here, right? We want like a padding of 10 maybe. That'd probably be good. And then this would be like, I guess this is bottom. We want this to be bottom. Yeah, there we go. And then this label is also going to be bottom. This will be bottom. Cool. And then, yeah, I don't know why that's not bold. That should be bold in general. But let's see if this works. It's getting better, getting closer. How's the performance of MAUI Blazor versus MAUI XAML? I don't know. I mean, the XAML is all compiled ahead of time. We're just going to give you a nice perf boost there. Now, we have some XAML, don't worry. But someone challenged me to do C# first, at least for this page. I think next week or whenever I'm back, yeah, probably next week, I'll continue this journey. If you all are liking this and enjoying this, I'll probably pop back to XAML. Let me just be honest with you. But that's me. What do I know? But yeah, all code. It's actually not too bad. I mean, it's kind of nice. Like, this is the page, you know, and here's the cell. It's not that hard. It's kind of nice. Is this launching? Did I do it? I thought the thing would reload it, but it didn't reload it. So there's that. Really need more coffee every single day. Probably gonna drink some coffee. All right, cool. Heyo, we're getting closer. Okay, cool. Interesting. Oh, and then the other thing we want to do too is we want like column spacing of 10. and then row spacing of, oops, 10. That looks good. Yeah, why is that? I guess that is the bottom. Fascinating. Okay. Those images are pretty small, so I'm actually gonna go a little bit smaller. And actually for the height, ew. Reynold, thank you so much for the subscription. If you haven't subscribed, I put out videos all the time right here on my YouTube video page thingy over here. So definitely give it a look. I'm just gonna do auto because I love a good auto. Row definitions, star. Auto. I don't know why it's not. Oh, probably because I didn't actually wrap that. Yeah, let's try that. There's no hot reload on VS Code yet. There. Tarlin asks, why am I not using XAML? Because someone challenged me not to use XAML and struggle as if I'm a brand new developer understanding anything. Yeah. There's that. Okay, cool. So we have this. This is good. And yeah, surprisingly, the row spacing is actually pretty small in the app. So that's something I'm going to change there. But now we're actually looking halfway decent, surprisingly. Oh, you know what I actually want this to be too is like, if this is going to span the 2 rows, I actually don't want it to be centered vertically. I do want it to start at the top, but I do want like a margin of. Oh, Alan, thank you so much for the subscription. I super appreciate that. I think here I'd want like 0, 10, 0, 0. Why not do it? Thickness. No overload for Okay, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Double O. That's weird. Try that, I guess. Vertical. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying. We're trying. Yeah, new thickness. I guess. Yeah, I could just do. Yeah. I'm kind of surprised that it like didn't do. There should be an overload for that though. Like there should be. I'm surprised there's not another overload. It takes all 4 of them basically. Yeah. Let's see. Sandeep says, I'm new to Maui. Could you please share any sample navigation between 2 screens? Yeah, I mean, go on my channel. Just type navigation. There's a Maui workshop. There's all these things. Just watch the video. There's a whole navigation video that I did talking about passing parameters and passing state. So check that out. Yeah. VM to VM. I mean, you just use dependency injection. So it just plop it in there. I guess, yeah, if you're doing it some other way, then, you know, that's up to you, man. I use what's in the box. What's in the box? Okay, cool. That's, maybe I don't even need that much. Maybe I need like just 5. There you go. There's gonna be a little bit in between. Maybe I don't even need any difference. Try top, maybe. That should do it. Okay, cool. Actually, this is surprisingly looking halfway decent. I don't know what's up with the sizing, but, you know, we'll figure that out as it goes. All right, cool. Probably because these sizes down here, I have these rows defined, but really I should just like auto this stuff because why not? Okay, cool. Now on the bottom, there's gonna be a few things that we want. So I think what we want is these threads thingies. So let's do this. What we're gonna want first is a new horizontal stack layout. I'm gonna say children equals I'm gonna say new label, and then we're just gonna copy some of this first. Oh my gosh. Whoa, my gosh. That's very close. I don't actually need to bind. That's funny. Wow, it's really cool. Actually, I don't need most of this stuff here. Can I do that? Let me just double check here. Always a fan of just Googling. This should do it here. Where's the code? No code. I don't see why I can't do that. Right? Have I ever thought about leaving Microsoft? No, I've never thought about leaving Microsoft. It's been 7.5 years and I love my job. I'm a manager now and I love my team and I love my life. It's a great company. Really love the direction that they have been going, and our shift in this AI space has been really fun to watch, but still, you know, just looking at the fundamentals. It needs to be an array. It does. Like that? That can't be right. I think it's like dot add. Do I have to do that? I don't want to. I don't think so. It says it can't be assigned. Let me go to definition. Yeah, you can't assign it. Interesting. What? This. What? Oh man, I don't want to do that. Let me do. I guess you could do it here. You could say, yeah, var icons equals a new horizontal stack layout. I don't like that. I do icons dot add. That's silly. I don't know what are you doing? Like, what are they doing? I love it. I wish I had this margin extension though, but that's cool. This would be heart, and then fast, and then we don't need a text color. We don't need a margin. Oh yeah, that should work. Can be simplified. What? Oh, look at this. You just add them directly in there. I don't understand how to write anything in C# anymore. There. Look at that. You just shove them in there. Just shove them in there. Perfect. Amazing. Comment. Is there a... Let's see if there's a font awesome for retweet. Comment is probably correct. Yep. And then there's like share. Retweet. It's called retweet. I love it. Retweet. And then there's send. I bet it's send. Every object has a place for a new object. Yes, correct. Send. Paper plane. Good old paper plane. And then this will have a oh, I see. Yeah, I guess you yeah, because you're filling in the thing. Can I then do like dot and then I do spacing? I don't know if they have like extensions for this stuff yet. Maybe I have to do like I don't think it's gonna have in there. Yeah, I could add margins to all the objects. I don't want them to be margins, to be honest with you, but like, I guess what I would need to do is, yeah, take this up and then do this and do like var icons. Oops, I messed that up somehow. I deleted it. Few edge cases. I mean, I think I just need to update it basically. But if I do now, if I do like icons dot spacing, set it equal to 10, then we're good, right? And then that's going to give me spacing in between. And I should be able to do icons. Cool. Oh, and then I guess on icons, what I could also do is then I could do things like dot. Ew, Umari, thank you for the subscription. Oh my gosh. Da, 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 da. 1. Like that. That should work. No? There we go. Perfect. So you can at least add those extensions onto it, which is kind of nice. Yeah. There should be an extension. I didn't see the extension though. Yeah. I mean, I think that the time would be now to start moving in general and targeting either .NET 8, just so you can get all the latest and greatest stuffs in preview and migrate it over. There's actually a .NET upgrade assistant. Boris is asking in the chat, and go from there. Yeah. So the other thing we'll need is like the number of likes. That's cool. So this would be row 3, column 1. And then we would also want, oh, surprisingly, we would also want a new horizontal stack layout. Let's see if this can do it or not. This will be enough to add this in there. And then this is what would need to be here. Cool. And then dot center vertically. Cool. And then probably we want another, this would be dot can I wonder if I can do like a string format. That's what I want, string format. And then we would want 0 replies. And then you could do you should be able to do like is visible. And then, yeah, I would do like, in here, I would do a public bool is visible. And then I would do like, is replies, has replies. This would be replies is greater than 0, and then public bool has likes, and then likes greater than 0. Perfect. And then you can also do like notify has likes, and then this one would be replies. Perfect. So then what you could do is you could do like, yeah, you could do dot bind, and then is, oops. That's cool. Close has replies. Nice. And then, yeah, you just put another one in here like this. Boom. And then this one would be, this is replies. This is has likes. This would be likes. I think that works. I think that string formatting works. I'm not positive. I have to double check. Let's see how close we are. I have no idea, but I also do think that I would want dot column span to be 3 on this one. This is gonna go all the way across. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, let's stop it and let's reboot it up. Let's go. Yeah, the reason you're gonna want to obviously, yeah, start, migrating. Now, if you have like a xamarin.forms app, then yeah, bringing it over to .NET MAUI should be, there's a .NET Upgrade Assistant, there's tooling in Visual Studio to help you bring that over. If you have just an iOS app or just an Android app, that should be really easy to bring over just by changing the CS.proj files. I did a whole video on it, I think, as well, there. But then, yeah, obviously the stuff that you want to do is, heyo, actually, that looks pretty good. Wow. Definitely looks pretty good. I'm kind of surprised. I don't know why there's not as many lines in there. How? Oh, did I not? Oh, I was like, where's my drop down? There we go. Let's see if that works. It's actually surprisingly, that's actually not too bad. I did it all in C#, people. Yeah, the text is cut off there. I don't know if it's because the cell is being reused, probably. That could be it too. Let's see. And then actually what you could also see is there like an verified icon PNG. Let's see if we can get that in there. There we go. Let's let me see if I download that. Save image as. No, definitely don't want that. We want a PNG, people. Oh my god, there's so many things. This looks like a very shady website. I don't like it, and I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. What? There we go. Nope. How come I can't just save images off the internet anymore? Give me the images. What? What is going on? That's not what I want. Oh, you know what I could do? I wonder if there's a font for verified. There we go, certificate. That's pretty good. Check. Maybe circle check. Ah, there we go. So what you could do is inside of here, right? You should be able to do something like, let's do this. Where's my, all right, yeah, this should be replies. Thanks. And then likes, and then you could do, oh, is verified. And yeah, let's do true. There we go. I'm pretty proud of myself for just doing some stuff. Okay, so there's that, but then you can also do a new horizontal stack layout. And actually what I would do is this. Watch this. Watch this, people. You're gonna love it. I'm gonna do a public class. I'm gonna say space horizontal spaced. It's gonna be a horizontal stack layout. And then that's all I'm gonna do. That's all I'm gonna do, people. And then what's cool about that is that I should be able to just do this. And then get rid of this and make it all in line. Brandon Minnick would be loving this right now. He'd be like, oh my God, James, you've converted to doing all this stuff. Spaced. And then here, yeah, you should be able to now do like a new, right? And then put this in here, just like that. But I'm gonna put this here. Oh, that's the image. Oops, don't want that. The label, there we go. There we go. And then put this here. Bring this over. Cool, cool, cool. And then we should be able to do this. Right? And then this would be dot bottom. All right. And then you should be able to do now a new label dot text. What? Oh my God. Why does it know that it's a check? It's not a checked circle. Circle. Check. Circle check. I was like, man, that's really good. Font is fast. And then dot bind. There we go. Now we're talking. There we go. Okay, cool. So then, if this are working, this would be pretty cool. Oh, and then you just make this blue, right? You just do dot text color dot blue colors dot blue. There you go. Cool. And let's try that again. If so, I'm like actually really happy about this because we made super great progress on like this one page, you know, and scaffolding it out and doing it all in C#, which I'm just saying, you know, you did it. Oh, there's a bunch of people using Blazor Hybrid and Blazor in production already. We have a bunch of case studies and a bunch of other stuff we talk about all the time. So lots of cool stuff. Boom. Look at that. And then you probably want this also to be like bottom and bottom. Wow. Bottom. Now the thing that you'd also really want on top is is I would put here a new vertical stack layout. All right, and then you put the list view in here. Okay, but you'd also want to put a new, all I gotta find now is threads app logo. This one. Threads app. Oh, colors. Actually, that's in the, I guess it doesn't show it by default. It shows it when you pull the refresh. So, okay, fine. That's also fine too. All right. So, I guess I won't put it there actually. So we can just put a list view. Cool. And then you can do something like, let's say we wanted to do is pull to refresh enabled, true. Yeah, let's do that. And then there is this other thing, which is like if people reply, it has these like little circle thingies as well. So I want to try that. I do want to put a little bit of, I do want to do a little bit of spacing here. So let's look at this and then do like, let's try 15, I guess. Let's just see how that works. For all those, I like the likes in there, and then that would be fine. 2 hours, that's good. They're on developers, bold, check mark, check mark. Yeah, interesting enough, I really want to do like, this should be like int spacing. Right, and then this should go here. Let's go just equals 10 by default. Because here I might want this spacing of this one to be 5, for example. Yeah. That's good, that's good. And then I kind of want these little tiny images here. So I have to figure out how to do that. I think it's like, I would want to do a, man, I don't even know what it is. It's like a, there's like 3 little dots. So I kind of want to do like a, well, I gotta go. It's lunchtime. Oh man, I want to do like these little tiny dots, but it's not. I'm not gonna have time. Basically, I want to do these tiny little dots here and then do that. But let me just push this code and let's do that. Let's initialize the repository, and then let's. How do I push it? I'll say initial commit. Put this in there. That's good. Publish branch. I want to do it to GitHub public repository. There we go. That should do it. Yeah, I don't know if we would be here an hour ago. We would be here an hour or so ago, but it was good learning. I'm pretty, ooh, a little pull to refresh. That's good. I'm pretty pleased. I think that, yeah, we want these icons to be bigger. I could say, you know, I could do something like, you know, var icon size equals 20 maybe. That's a better way to do it. Actually, it's like const icon size equals 20. That's better. Const int, duh. And then icon size, we want to put those there. No, it's fine. It's good to like learn this stuff. I should really learn this stuff because a lot of people have been asking me about C# and doing this and going through stuff. And, you know, even the data binding is really not that hard with this extension. So I'm pretty pleased with that overall. It seems really cool. So I appreciate the challenge. You know, it's okay. So, you know, doing that stuff. I want to do like the little triple thing in there. That should be easy to do different sizes. That's really not that hard, but just don't have time. I gotta go eat lunch. It's been 2.5 hours. Thanks everyone for hanging out with me. Oh my goodness. Super cool. Oh, that's better. And then probably, yeah, those are like better. And you put little tap events there basically. Now, I don't know why this is being cut off though. It's kind of like weird. Maybe there's something in this message that's being... Yeah, let me look at this. Oh, maybe this just needs to be auto, right? Like, it doesn't need to be star. It should be auto, I think. What do I think about MSIX? I used MSIX and publish to the store and publish that way. You can also do the XE type version of it where it's unpackaged as well. That's in the documentation. Does label have max lines 2 by default? No, it's just because just because the star, right? It was like setting certain heights and it didn't know to like automatically do stuff. So that's why. Now that looks much, much, much better. All right. Nice. Not, yeah. None. I don't want to select anything. Fix cells. And then here you just do like, oops, let's see if, I wonder if this will do like new. I was like, I'm wondering how like smart it knows a little bit how to do a little bit of stuff. Let's at least give us a little bit more data in here. Cool. Let's do one more load here, and then I'm really gonna go, people. It's really gonna happen. This is fun. I mean, I still have to do like images and links and a bunch of other stuff, but you just get text. Like that's the base level of where things started. So that'd be cool. Yeah. Then I obviously have to, you know, do some stuff there. Wayo. And then I also want to do like separator visibility. None, right? Probably that. And then, like that. And you pretty much got a Threads app. Just saying, you pretty much got a Threads app, people. Not bad. All from VS Code. I think the IntelliSense for C# is pretty solid. So let's do that. Fix. I got a push. There we go. Sync it up. Yes. Ew. Not bad. Just saying. Not bad. You pull it down. Give it a look. It's up on the GitHub now. His icons might be a little bit too big, but yeah, I mean, there's something there. We got these other pages to still do, but not bad. You know, I gotta do click events and tap events and other stuff like that, but you can intercept this stuff too, which is cool. Yeah. The filled icons, you know, you really got to get the font awesome, you know, the regular ones. Oh, well, you know what? Please hold. I wonder if there's like, they could have some stuff. It could have heart. It has it. All right, let's see. Is there a home in here? No. House? No. But there's a heart. So I could go into here, and at least for the heart, let's see if there's a far. And then is there a retweets there? Comment? Comment has one. All right. That's good. And then there's like Paper plane has one. Wow, okay. And retweet obviously doesn't even matter, but let's just look at that. That might just do it. Yeah, all those click events and things are just Android-y stuff, basically. And you could intercept those and take those off too. Ayo, now that looks a lot better. Just saying. Just saying. And I'm curious too if I did like here, if we looked at that'd be far. There's like, what is the other one? It's called Pen. Pen to Square has one. Wow, amazing. I didn't even look. I didn't even look. Search. I don't think you need that one. Home is the only one that doesn't really have one. The let me see. I'm intrigued because we might just totally like improve the entire overall app overall. Yeah, it's because it's transparent background in the cell, and then additionally I turned off the click event, which like highlights a specific item. But I would probably put in like a ripple effect on my own with an effects view. Oh, that looks a lot better. So there we go. Yeah, I mean, pretty much. They just don't have a home inside of this, inside of here. So you would need like some sort of, they have a hospital, of course, which is hilarious. They don't have like a home. So it's really close besides that one, but we'll leave it at that, I think. Yeah, you could put like a newspaper in there, technically be kind of the home, but yeah. All right, I gots to go. I'm gonna commit this code. New icons. Who dis? All right, cool. All right. Well, thanks everybody for hanging out. I super appreciate it. I'll be around next week on Wednesday, most likely. If you're in Redmond at VS Live, come check it out. I think I'll be doing another live stream with my buddy Jesse, who does what's it called? So dumplings and something, but basically interviews people. We're doing a Hot Ones challenge with dumplings, and he interviews me about careers. So I'll tweet about that. So that's on his Twitch, but I will give that a look. Anyways, I want to thank everyone for hanging out. Really appreciate it. Thanks for all the subscribes, all the comments, all the great chat. We'll be back next week with more threading in the Threads app. Thank you all so much. Bye-bye.